is Veronica Whitley. I'm a Homeworks by Precept consultant and homeschool mom to my 4 kids here in Texas. Today, let's take a look inside of Handwriting 3. Handwriting is an essential skill. It's necessary for good communication, and one of the goals of BJU Press Handwriting is to help children create a foundation for a lifetime of good handwriting so that they can create communication that glorifies God. So let's take a look inside. In your Handwriting 3 parent-led textbook kit, you'll receive your teacher's edition and your student textbook. There are 120 lessons that are designed to reinforce the concepts that are taught in heritage studies, science, writing and grammar, and Bible. Let's start by taking a look at the Handwriting 3 Teacher's Edition. The Teacher's Edition begins with the table of contents. And then here we have some introductory material about the goals of handwriting and the background of how the BJU Press precursive and cursive fonts came to be created. Here we have the precursive letters and stroke descriptions, and then here we have the cursive letters and stroke descriptions. If your child has never learned cursive, this is a great place to jump in. This page shows the student instructional materials and teacher materials that you'll need. Your child will need their work text, a pen or pencil, and handwriting paper. In kindergarten through 2nd grade, your child wrote on 1/2-inch lines, but starting in 3rd grade, they'll be using 3/8-inch lines for all of their writing activities. You can use handwriting paper or wide-ruled notebook paper, or the appendix has some reproducible handwriting pages that you can use as well. Here you have some tips and reminders for teaching handwriting. You'll want to be sure to schedule your handwriting lessons for at least 3 days a week. With 120 lessons, that should give you plenty of time to get through the course over the school year. You'll also have reminders on posture, paper positioning, pencil hold, letter alignment, slant, spacing, neatness, and rhythm. These are all the things that you'll want to look out for when you are evaluating your child's handwriting. There are a list of questions that your child can ask themselves as they work through their various writing activities. Under teacher evaluations, you'll see the different categories that you'll want to look for as you grade your child's assignments. Because one of the goals of Handwriting 3 is to help your child develop a lifelong pattern of God-honoring communication, you'll see a list of Bible action truths that you can incorporate into many of the lessons. The lesson plans are laid out very simply and very similarly to what we saw in Handwriting 2. You have the lesson number, the title, and the work text page that your child will need to complete. You'll also see a smaller version of your child's work text page. The section on materials and preparation should be looked over prior to teaching the lesson to make sure that you have everything on hand that you need before the lesson begins. The lesson content will begin with an introduction designed to introduce the concept and generate some interest and discussion before the lesson begins. The lesson itself will include skill development, a review of the different cursive letters that your child has learned, and then instructions for you to help guide your child through their workbook pages. Handwriting 3 utilizes a 3/8 of an inch wide handwriting line with a dotted midline from lessons 1 to 38. But you'll notice in lesson 39, that midline disappears. Throughout the lessons, you may see these little boxes marked by Timothy time. This might be extra information for you to add to the lesson. It might be a reminder or someplace to find a special resource, or it might be a definition of a concept that's being taught in the lesson. These are just there to help you as the teacher. Opportunities for review are built into the lessons throughout the course. You'll notice that some of these boxes will offer reminders or suggestions for when it might be time to utilize an evaluation. The optional activities will help to reinforce the skills that your child is learning in handwriting. They may be writing activities or even art projects that go along with the handwriting lesson. In this one, your child will learn how to build a paper airplane. This is one of my kids' favorites. At the end of your teacher's edition is an appendix. This section contains reproducible pages that you can use throughout the course. You have handwriting paper with the midline and the handwriting paper without the midline. There are also reproducible pages that can be used with different lessons. The lesson number is indicated at the bottom of the page. Here we have a handwriting evaluation form that can be used to assess and evaluate your child's progress throughout the course. These can be used with any assignment, but there will be a box with Timothy time letting you know which assignments would be a good match for these evaluations. The evaluation gives you 8 points to consider as you assess your child's work. This can be a great way for you to track or monitor your child's progress throughout the year. Lastly, we have the glossary. These words are used in the various lessons, and the definitions can be helpful in explaining a concept or a specific feature to your child. Now let's take a look at the student work text. On the front cover, your child will have a reminder of all of the cursive letters. The theme of Handwriting 3 is journeys. Timothy time will help to reinforce lessons that your child is learning in heritage studies, science, writing and grammar, and Bible. The first several lessons will give your child the opportunity to review and practice the formation of each of the cursive letters. As the lessons progress, your child will move on to longer pieces of writing. Some of the lessons will contain help in spacing so that your child can learn how to properly space their words in a longer piece. Most of your child's lessons will be made up of one work text page. You'll see the corresponding lesson number at the bottom of each page. This will correspond with the lesson number at the top of the page in your teacher's edition. The back cover of the book has some reminders for your child. Whether they're left-handed or right-handed, they can remember how to sit correctly, how to slant their paper, and how to correctly hold their pencil.